I'm in Mount Airy. I'm with Elizabeth Tate. The farm is called Paradise Stables, and this is common ground at Paradise Stables. So what you just reminded me, we got hooked up through a good family friend of ours, Debbie Prue, who came and got a little bit of equine therapy with you, and now volunteers. This, first of all, absolutely spectacular place you have here. I mean, for horse people, if you're horse people, you died and gone to heaven. It's absolutely beautiful. And my stepmom's a horse person, so I can say that because horse people are a breed of their own, literally.
It's true.
But you have really taken it upon yourself to serve people, and mostly veterans at this point. But of course, people who just need a little bit of love. So tell me a little bit about your background. You were telling me a little bit before, and why this is so important.
So my father was a veteran, and he served in World War II and Korea. And I am a clinical psychologist, pastoral counselor, and I was part owner in a defense contracting business where we were supporting special forces. And this is the mission here started with being how to give back to those people that we were helping in the war zone who've now come home and need extra help.
Yeah, and that's a huge, huge thing. And when I think about how far we've come from the stories I heard when veterans returned from Vietnam, I'm still baffled that we have not done a better job helping veterans return to civilian life. There's still a big gap. And it's so great to have programs like yours for them in particular. What are you finding with a lot of these veterans that you're helping?
What am I finding? I'm finding that there are a lot of services available to veterans, especially in Frederick County, actually. There's a number of different service organizations. We're all different. We're not a one size fits all. We're a one size fits one. And some things work, some things don't. And work is the operative word, right? So in my work, my goal is to give people the opportunity to have peace, to understand their nervous system, to understand how horses help us regulate our nervous systems, and to be able to find that place that they can then recall when they're not here anymore with me.
Yeah, and that's a huge, huge thing, right?
Yes.
That is a huge thing.
And we're changing lives. I mean, there's no way around it. And there's other programs that offer excitement, right? And adrenaline kind of programs. And we're completely the opposite. Our goal is to give tools that are long lasting beyond our barn.
Yeah. You were telling me a little bit about horses and humans and the relation between the two. What have you found with that?
Well, through my own need for trauma recovery, and all the science that's behind it, horses have an energy system, and they share the same chakra system we do. And chakras essentially they're our energy and how it flows through our body. And when we meet theirs, we regulate our heartbeats to theirs like a baby to a mom. It's a natural, actually occurring thing that our horses in particular, because they're drafts and they're
gentle giants.
Right. They're not necessarily race horses.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's the magic that happens.
Yeah.
And we hold space for that to happen. And then we have other tools at our disposal that create opportunities to try that on for a while.
Yeah.
To solidify that and create situations where people are able to express themselves in a way that they may not have had a safe place to do that before.
Yeah. How many people have you had come through here? Do you have any idea?
1,672 last year.
I was just going to say, okay, wow. Yeah, I figured you would know something.
Yeah,
like
I
that.
just, off the top of my head.
I mean, that's pretty incredible.
They're not all veterans, of course.
No. So you were telling me like you do outreach with other people who are in intensive situations a lot of the time and need just a little bit of decompress, or a lot. And bringing them out here allows that opportunity. And growing up with horses, I've always known, I didn't realize it was the chakra system, but you always knew that a horse feels the energy that you are presented with. You know, even as a kid, like my stepmom would say, just relax, because the more tense you are, the horse reacts. And I didn't know that that's the science behind it, but that is for sure true.
Well, they're flight animals. That's how they're made.
Yeah.
We essentially are too, except we don't have prey like they do in the wild. So because they're one big nerve ending from beginning to end, yes, they want to know where the danger is. If you're presenting in a extremely heightened energetic way, they're going to be like, wait, what? Where's that coming from? So,
and it's on my back. Oh my gosh.
Yes. But we work with a lot of people who suffer trauma.
Sure.
In addiction recovery, in homelessness, in people who've lost children to overdose, people who hospice, Hartley House, a lot of different local organizations, Helping Up Mission, Brooks House, other folks. So
what is your hope with what you've built here? Like, what are you hoping over the next 5 years to be able to accomplish?
Two things. First of all, I always want to serve the underserved, right? So like I told you before, my goal this year is to work with 911 operators. They're underserved and we want to serve them. And last year it was hospice and we accomplished that goal. 5 years, we have to work on financials to be able to sustain this financially, right? So, and that's not my forte. I'm a programmer, right? I'm the one that helps. I don't know that side of the world. But in order to be here in 5 years, that's something that we have to be able to secure and move forward. Now, I don't charge our veterans or first responders and their families. I haven't. Oh yeah, we work with TAPS also. I haven't. But I think where the healing really happens here is when I'm able to work with people for 6 to 8 weeks in a row. That's where we can really dive in. That's where we get some work done. That's
where just the one-off 2 hours.
I mean, it's helpful. And it has its place, but the real work, the real life-changing work is when we can take the trauma that lives in the frontal lobe and move it to the back. And the edges are filed off and not as brisk. And we can do that. We've done it. Debbie, your friend, went through that, and she could give you testimony. Lots of people have gone through our program, and it's life-changing.
So that obviously is the driving force.
So the more we can do that, I think the more effective we are as a nonprofit.
Okay. So money is obviously something that's needed as a nonprofit. How else can people in Frederick, when they hear this and they're touched by it, they want to support you? How else can people support you? You need somebody who's great at fundraising or event planning, or how can people out there?
All the above, right? So we do have people who volunteer. Let me just say this. Our program is most effective because of the 37 volunteers that we have. Because everyone that comes here, that they get a horse and a volunteer. So I couldn't do this without them at the level that we're doing it, 100%. So there is room for that. But like if I could have some administrative help, just general stuff, that'd be great. Responding to emails, responding to phone calls, or that sort of thing. But then there's this fundraising side. So if there's a grant writer, or there's someone that likes to put on basket bingo and do other things, I'm open to anybody that has gifts that wants to be a part of it.
Can you even share the amount of money that I know this must cost to run? What would help sustain you, let's just say annually?
Oh, well, in a perfect world, about $225,000.
Horses are not cheap. And this is a beautiful property, which I know takes a lot of upkeep and maintenance. And yeah, they're living animals, so they they require a lot of help. So
Well, the boarding business has been in place since 2006.
yeah.
And this has been the offshoot of that.
Mm.
And so I still, I mean, we have 50 equine on property, so I still offer the boarding. And I'd say a third of our boarders allow me to use their horses in our program.
Oh, that's nice.
And
Yeah.
those people are also volunteers for
Yeah.
us. So it's a nice marriage,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah. How can people reach out to you if something sparks something in them and they want to help or do more? How can they get you?
Email me. You can go to our website, commongroundps.org,
Yeah.
and look at what we're doing.
Yeah.
You can contact me through there, or my phone number, which is 301-639-5052.
Yeah.
I'm pretty accessible.
Yeah. We love it. This is Elizabeth Tate. This is beautiful. You got to come out and check it out. I have a feeling putting this stuff out there is going to cause some interest and help, and giving you what you need in order to help more people, not just veterans, but certainly our veterans as well. So we appreciate everything you're doing.
Thank you.
I know it's a big burden that you carry in a way, as well as the joy, but it's a lot. You're doing a lot here, and it's really, I think people need to see it and appreciate it. So hopefully this is the first step.
I hope so. Thank you.
We thank you guys for watching.